Yeah, joining us now, we have Representatives Angela Merrill and Brian King. We appreciate having both of you here to talk about this very important conversation. And it's one that's really picked up in the last couple of years that you both have been really busy on. Representative Romero, let's start with you. You've done a lot with sex assault kits. Give us an update on where that stands right now.
Well, the tracking system that was part of our bill is now live, and so survivors can track where their sexual assault kit is. The other thing, too, is our training for law enforcement and prosecutors is being shared across the state now. So we're training them to be more victim-centric in their approach when they're interviewing someone who is a victim of sexual assault.
And this came about from frustration of kits just sitting on the shelves for years and years and never even being looked into, correct?
Exactly. And we were able to appropriate $1.2 million. Our ask was $2.4 million. We have commitments from our colleagues on the other side of the aisle that they'll continue to work with us so we can get to that $2.4 million needed to be able to process all the kits.
Okay. Representative King, let's bring you in. A bill that you worked on last year was a 911 bill, also known as duty to report. In other words, if you see something, report it.
Right.
You plan to bring that back this year?
Yes, I do, and we're working with folks on the other side of the aisle to make sure that their concerns are addressed. I think the point behind it is simply, we've got situations that we come across as regular living people going around and doing our work from day to day, emergencies and accidents, where people are in need, people are vulnerable. We already right now require reporting of any kind of sex crime or abuse to children or the elderly. I think that this is a modest extension of that to say, if you see something that constitutes serious bodily harm that's about to be inflicted or has been inflicted on someone who's in an accident or in an emergency, you need to call 911. That's all. You don't need to take additional measures to put yourself in danger or anything, but you need to be proactive. We need to reach out and look after each other's needs.
Talk about efforts to hold institutions financially accountable as well, because we've seen that a lot in our state over the years where they could potentially be held accountable.
The concerns that have been raised to me is specifically around child sex abuse, and the legislation Representative Ivory passed a couple of years back where a victim of child sex abuse can hold their perpetrator responsible in civil court. Civil court. And so our goal is, my goal is to look at institutions, particularly religious institutions, other governmental institutions, and how we covered up those crimes, and should we be held accountable for it.
Okay, I only have a couple seconds left, but I want to get your take on one thing real fast. We've seen this come to the surface a lot more of recent years. Why is that?
Oh, I think it's a good thing that people are feeling empowered. Women particularly are feeling empowered about the fact that there have been occasions in the past when individuals have gotten away and institutions have gotten away with stuff that they shouldn't have gotten away with. We need to be more accountable, holding ourselves accountable, and we need to be more responsible in how we deal with each other as human beings.
All right, it's something we will continue to follow, and we really appreciate your time being here with us today. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.